Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Many relationships are trick hole situations. Many relationships, and as I said before, I'm just going to talk about, I'm still, my main thing is still talking about man against woman, but, some general relationship dynamics and stuff, just so men and women can understand what's really going on out here. And one of the things is many relationships are trick hole relationships. Now this is something, pimps would talk about. Something pimps would talk about. What's a trick hole relationship? Basically, the woman is an acculturated prostitute. She's only dealing with the guy because he has money. And of course, you get some guys that think, well, I gotta have money to deal with women, even try to find ways to justify it. Okay, now if you get married to that woman, basically she's marrying you for your money, and the man is marrying her just to have somebody to have steady sex with. Because I'm gonna tell you what, that's a trick and that's a hoe. Because that woman knows she wouldn't even look at that man if he didn't have money. And let's just be real, a lot of men just think, well, they gotta have money to get a woman. And they try, like I say, they try to justify it, but that's not a good relationship because you're not dealing with each other on character, on similar missions, on something can actually keep you together. Because what happens when the man runs out of money? What happens something there? He gets laid off his job, his business goes bust. He can't live that lifestyle. The woman's out of the way too. Let's just be real. Most divorces, it's either going to be just a lack of compatibility, pure compatibility, but a lot of just because the man don't have money like he used to. And then even in those situations, let's be real, a lot of women, they'll get that one guy, he's a trick, he's paying for everything, but they'll still have that young guy on the side who ain't paying for jack. And let's be real, a lot of guys are they're using their money, they trading their money and their resources for sex from the woman because, well, quite frankly, they can't get a woman otherwise, or they don't have the mindset to get a woman otherwise. And there's a lot of that. In fact, that's a big thing that's going on in relationships now. Like, you got a lot of women, they're like, well, I ain't gonna deal with that guy. I got my own money. You got women got their own money, their own cars, and whatever. They ain't worried about the man. They ain't worried about the man in the least bit. And then the men, they feeling like, well, they don't look like a certain person. They don't have that right attitude. And they get caught in the thinking through myriad reasons. It could be because, their parents told them that coming up, or that's what they saw. They thinking, well, this woman ain't gonna bother with me. I gotta say how much money I have. I have to lead with my wallet. Now, I know there's been some content creators saying lead with your wallet, but what has that gotten them? And my logic is, okay, if there's some guys out here getting it for free versus some guys getting it who got to pay some money or something, I want to be on the free side. And that's the important thing to remember. That's the important thing. But see, if let's look at this. If a relationship is based on some trick hole thing, like I said, what good is it? The people ain't really connecting. They ain't really connecting. If the primary thing a woman sees in a man is his money, she's not connecting with him. Money doesn't speak to character. Money doesn't hold her at night. Money doesn't mean, just because that man has money don't mean he's going to be the best human being. Like, some of the biggest players out there, biggest dogs, biggest men who have hurt women have had money. Because they know, that's it. So then when they get the woman who's messing with them for money, they ain't gonna take them seriously. And then as a man, do you want to hoe? Because if she sleep with you for money, think about it. If she sleep with you for money, what's stopping her from sleeping with that next man for money? What happens if he got more money? What happens? And you got some women like that. They just go on man to man. And it's not because of like the man's character or he's such a good guy or even that he's sexy. It's because that next one got more money. So what you gonna do? So if you're a man and you tricking, what you gonna do? You got to keep making money. And you know, it's still funny to me that there's so many men out here who say, oh, it's money, 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 but they ain't doing anything to make money. And then why do you want that? Indeed, that's why you got a lot of single men out here, because they think it's money. And they're like, well, shoot, I don't want to make money. I don't want to do this for money. Or I don't want to make all this money to impress these women, you know? But, you know, never mind that you're doing it just for your own pleasure. You want the woman for free, you know? And yes, money might come into it later if, you know, you're talking about a long-term relationship, in marriage and everything. But still, the couples together, couples like that who get together based on their character, based on compatible personalities, even based on, I wouldn't even put physical attraction up there, because looks do fade. But you getting together for those other things, then you can get through the things that's going to happen in a relationship. And if you have the right character, you're going to make money anyway. Shoot, y'all both going to make money. Y'all both going to be on that mission. I'll get into that mission later this week and everything. In fact, I'll be getting into it in my next sit-down video. It's a very important thing. But that's why there's so many problems in those relationships. They're not based on something real. Money really isn't, like, is a tool, but it's not something that's going to bring two people together. Okay, you got that much money. What they got to do with y'all personalities clicking, or even sexually clicking? That don't have nothing to do with it, does it? So you don't want to be in that position where that's what you're like focused on, do you? I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. And then, you know, as a woman, do you want this guy only see you as a sex toy? You know, because that's what he's paying for. That's what he's paying for. And a lot of women, let's just be real. You know, I ain't big on that wall thing, but a woman at 32 or 42 ain't gonna look the same way she does at 22. That means you gotta keep up whatever that, because he's paying for those looks. Let's just be real. How many women want to keep that up? You know, that means you gotta be up in the gym all the time. That means you gotta fix up all the time. And there's something happening you can't fix up, you get sick of something, then what? Or he ain't gonna want you anymore, is he? I want y'all to think about that. What kind of relationship is that? Y'all not related. Because when you're in a real relationship, things going to change. Looks going to change, money situation going to change, all of that stuff. You know, but character doesn't. Personality, it only grows. Character only grows. And that's what you want to really look at in these relationships. I want y'all to really think about that. Think about a lot of these relationships. That's why they're not winning. Then people can't tell me, okay, which one is winning? Do you know personally of that type of relationship that's winning, where the two people are in love? You know, and that's interesting. You know, when I've talked about men getting it for free, I've yet to have a man come on and say that works for them. They always say, you gotta have it. They never say, well, you know, I got a happy relationship and everything. And I definitely haven't had women say, oh yeah, that's really worked for me. I haven't seen that. I want y'all to think about that, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and, well, for right now, y'all know how I do. Y'all know I'm gonna do a car video. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.